Hey guys, welcome to Silicon Valley Girl. Today we're gonna talk about starting on YouTube, one of my favorite topics. I've been on YouTube since 2015. I have more than 1 million followers from across the world. If you're interested how I got here, please continue watching this video. I decided to start my YouTube channel in the end of 2014 because I was preparing for my admissions. I was willing to get an MBA in the United States and I was passing GMAT and TOEFL, and all of the resources I could rely on were on American YouTube. So the only information I could get was in English. And I was like, wow, there's not a lot of information in Russian, and I know there's definitely a market because I'm the market. I want to go to the United States. And I decided to share my experience, and I didn't have any expectations at all. And I think this is a really important thing, like don't have expectations, just start because you want it. I never thought about becoming popular, about reaching 100,000 subscribers. I was just like, I really want to share my experience because I just passed GMAT in Finland, I just passed TOEFL in Russia. I just want to share what I went through with other people in Russian, and this is how I started. The very key here is that I started really basic. I took my iPhone, I put it on my window shield so I can get better lighting from the window. I asked my mom in the kitchen to be quieter because I'm shooting a video, and I just talked my heart out. I didn't have a script, I didn't have a list of things I wanted to mention. I just sat down, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna talk about TOEFL. And that was my first video on YouTube. I just posted it. I never told anyone. Like at the beginning, I was so afraid. I only told my family, but I never shared anything on social media, and I didn't have any following, by the way. I only had my classmates following me. In the meantime, we were starting to work with influencers for LinguaTrip, and there was this girl who had 67,000 followers, and I thought she was a complete celebrity. I was like, wow, she's walking into our office. We sent her to London to study English so she could share her experience from her channel. That worked really well, and I was like, wow, YouTube is the future. But again, I never thought about becoming a huge YouTube blogger, and by then, I think it was March 2015, I had my first 1,000 followers. A very important thing, I never promoted my videos. I never paid for any ads, and I still don't do it, like never ever. I just relied on producing quality content. I shared some of my videos in Facebook groups related to TOEFL. I even went to gmat.org and posted my video on the forum, but that was it, like just to get the initial following. And then in March, I opened my YouTube channel. I'm like, Mom, I have 1,000 followers. This is like the whole army. And my parents was so proud. And I was just talking to them a couple of weeks ago, and they remembered that moment when I shared that I had 1,000 followers. They're like, Marina, we were so proud. And now we realize you have over 1 million. That's like a huge jump from 2015. 2015, we moved to the United States because we get investment from Silicon Valley Accelerator. And I'm like, wow, America is such a cool place to vlog. I'm gonna do it more regularly, but that was still in Russian. And I think June was my first viral video. We bought a police car here in the United States. We didn't have a lot of money. We had around $3,000 to buy a car, and the only decent car we could get was a retired police interceptor. So we went on Craigslist, went to this weird place somewhere across the bay, and bought that car, and I made a video. 500,000 views. A lot of negative comments because that's what happens when you go viral on YouTube. Like a lot of random people just come in and decide to tell you that you're not looking good or some other weird stuff. But this is when I realized you can actually grow on YouTube without investing. Just because you're producing cool content, this is how you grow. 2016, I decided to start in English because I realized the audience should be bigger, and I already knew that my TOEFL, GMAT, and admissions videos got some traction in a smaller market. I was like, yeah, I'll start in English. For my first video on the English channel, I already had a script because I realized I wanted to sound better. By the way, editing. My first videos, I shot them on my iPhone and I edited them with my iPhone in iMovie. And guess what? Because my speech was Back then, back in 2015, it would take me like 2 or 3 hours to produce a video. I would just shoot it and then I would edit it in iMovie, and I would spend the majority of time cutting out my s and ms. My speech was so unprofessional, but guess what? 3 years later, it's a lot better. Everything comes with practice. So start really basic. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to re-record video for 5 times. That's what I've done as well. With my first English video for my Lingua Marina channel, so I have Marina Mogilko in Russian, almost 460,000 followers, Lingua Marina channel in English, almost 650,000 followers from all over the world, and this one, Silicon Valley Girl, brand new, started in May. So with my English channel, I just sat down and repeated the most successful videos from my Russian channel, and guess what? They went viral. The first show I'm going to talk about is the Silicon Valley, because I live in San Francisco and Silicon Valley is really close. Like my TOEFL video, it was gaining traction so fast. Now it has like 700,000 views, like huge numbers. And then the video about the German language, we were just walking in a park and I'm like, oh, I have 10 minutes. I'm gonna shoot a video about learning German. It got more than 1 million views. Here's my first tip. You know what I did to learn new words? I listened to Tokyo Hotel. I think the secret here is to tell your real stories, because that's what YouTube is about. It's not about staging a beautiful picture, though it's turning into TV a little because so many people are starting on YouTube. Yes, you have to maintain good quality, but you also have to be yourself. You don't have to go scripted. You don't have to, you know, think about the environment or whatever. If you have a good story to tell, people would still watch, even if it's iPhone, even if it's bad quality, even if there is no editing. Remember your best stories. This is how you start. Remember what you're the best at and what you can share, and this is how you start on YouTube. Don't go fancy. Like right now I have a Sony Alpha 7R2 camera, Rode wireless mic, but I only bought them when I started making money on YouTube. And this is a completely different topic. If you want that topic, please comment down below. Another very important thing, if you're starting on YouTube, you have to be consistent. You have to talk to people, you have to bring value. So I try to produce a video a week for each of the channels, so that's 3 videos. My company also has 3 YouTube channels, and I try to shoot something for them as well, so it's like 6 channels. Now it's almost a full-time job, as well as running Lingua Trip, so a lot of stuff. And I think the next step would be like having a cameraman follow me, which I'm already doing from time to time. These were the basics of starting a YouTube channel in 2018. My ask for you guys is to ask me questions. So YouTube is a huge part of my life, and I hope it continues to be a huge part of my life. So I want to share what I'm going through. On July 18th, I'm talking in YouTube headquarters in San Bruno. I'm so excited. They allowed me to film there, so you're gonna see everything. My ask to you, ask me questions down below in comments. First, let me know where you at with YouTube. How many followers do you have? Or if you're just starting out, when do you want to start? And ask me a question. I hope this video was useful for you guys. If you speak English, subscribe to my another channel. Follow me on Instagram, Lingua Marina. And of course, if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, there's a subscribe button down below, and watch a couple more videos. You're gonna love them. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.